Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am working still on New York and I have some more pictures from the Harry Potter store here. And I'm hoping this one's going to be quick because I only have 2 photos and it's a single page layout. I already have background paper picked out here and I was matching it to this photo from that beautiful dark green tile here. And because of the green that's in there, you can see it here as well, it felt very Slytherin to me, and because there's the giant snake right there. So I want to use this as the background, have this on there. I probably need to do a white border, do washi on it, do something to separate this from the background. And then I also want to use this piece of ephemera that I found. I love the color that it offsets it because the tan you can see in the background here a little bit. And I love that it just says magic shop because this store is a magical shop, but I don't know if I want to use it up here to help fill in the space or make my own card. So I have this to start with. I am going to pull out my Harry Potter 3x4 cards that I have just to see, is there something in here that would work? I don't really need journaling, so if I just found something that has a phrase, that would be okay. But I could journal if I found a card that had space for it. When I pulled out my stack of Harry Potter related cards, I remembered that I just printed the Gryffindor tie card for a previous page. So I have the Slytherin one available. That would certainly match, but it's an awful lot of green. But I may use it because I kind of dig the vibe there. So I'm going to put that over here. But then I have all these other cards too. And so I just want to go through there and see what I can find. And just given these colors, I'm thinking black and white, perhaps a tan, sort of tannish gray, even like this. Probably not a green background. If it had green writing, that would probably be okay. And then if I have something that's almost like a gray silvery tint to it, that would probably work as well. Having gone through my cards, I have it narrowed down to 2. I still have this one with the Slytherin robe and tie here, but then I also have this one. And I like this because it's a closer match to this piece of ephemera I have, and it lightens it up a lot more than this would. This feels really super dark, which is kind of the vibe, but I'm really leaning towards this one. So if I use it, I can't have these on the same side. So I'd have to like maybe off-center that a little bit, use this over here, maybe layer it with some other stuff, but I'm definitely liking that color mix a lot better. All right, so I have pulled out my Harry Potter wood veneer here. So I have those. I've pulled out all of my phrases that I have available, plus these other pieces of ephemera. I'm not sure anything would match there, but I have them. And I've also pulled out the 2 sticker sheets because if I could layer stuff up here to make a cluster, maybe even add something here, I'm not sure. I think if I pulled that all together, it would look pretty good. I did adhere the photo here, but this is not glued down yet. I want to open these up and just see, is there anything in here that's left that I could maybe layer in there. I'm not seeing a whole lot of green, that's for sure, but maybe it would be better to have black or, ooh. Oh God, no, thought that was smaller. I thought it was just like magic or something. That's way too big. This one says magical, but it does say magic shop already. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to do that. Together we are magic, no. Believe, I don't know that I like that. Ooh, you cast a spell on me. Kind of like that. Ooh, could I put that? Nope, that takes up too much room. Kind of like that, but then I lose the green if I cover up right here. Yeah, I think that's too big. I'll have to mess around with some of these other ones. I definitely don't want red, I know that. But I'll have to mess around with some of these other ones and just see what else is in here that I might be able to layer, because right now I'm just not sure. So I'm looking at this sheet of stickers and I'm kind of digging this black trunk here because it sort of makes you feel like everything is dark and like, what's hiding in there? in that mysterious black trunk. And then if I overlap these somehow, those really pop against each other because this is quite light and that's quite dark. So I think I may do that, but 2 pieces won't be enough, and these are really close in size. So I would want definitely a third thing somehow, maybe more than 3, but for sure 3, something that would offset those. Done a couple of things here. I wanted to see how this all looked together, so I put this back down, but for this card, I put on the trunk sticker. I'm going to cut off that part that hangs over the edge. I think I want to layer this like so that you have those overlapping a bit, and it gives me room for maybe something down here, over here. And then I decided to pull a sticker off of the second sheet that I had and use the broom because it's got a little bit of brown and tan tint in there and green. And again, I think it lightens it up just a little bit as well. It's a nice color contrast. So I have all of that so far, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. I thought about, where's the quill? It's on here somewhere. Yes, this one. The ink pot and the quill, because that's a very similar color to what's on here. So I'm thinking about overlapping that somehow, but then I'm wondering, do I need another pop of color or will that be enough? I did decide to add that ink pot and quill, so I have that there. Now I can cut off the end here, and I think I had this further up like this before. I don't like that. I think I'm actually going to pull it down a little bit, cover up the clasps that are over here, and do that. It feels more balanced to me that way. And then I may do a little splattering of ink because I have white, and I think that might look good, like just a little on the edges maybe. I don't want to overdo it, but I'm thinking about it. So I clipped off the end there, I adhered that, so that is done for now. And then for this card, I decided to actually just take, there was a tiny, tiny green star on here. You can see they have very small stars. I decided to take one of the green ones and just add to that a little bit, and I love just that tiny pop of color. I love what it does. So I have that. Now I have to decide, do I want to do a little bit of that white splattering maybe up here and, you know, a couple places around the edges? I think I do, but I need to be very careful because I only want a little. I don't want to get big portions on there because then I'm not going to like it. I've decided I am going to do just a little bit of ink splattering, and I covered it up mostly because I really don't want it to show anywhere else on this side. And this is what I'm choosing to use. I absolutely love this spray. This is the only white I have ever found that shows up well no matter what color of paper I have. So I tend to just use this all the time now when I want white. It's a glossy acrylic spray, so it doesn't have sparkle like the Heidi Swap Color Shine stuff does, but it does give it almost a little slick look to the top of it, almost like a glossy effect. I'm sure that's why it's called that, and I like that. It actually does play with the light a little bit, so if you like that effect, you might want to try this. I did the right side first, which you saw, and then after I had those on there, I moved the scratch piece of paper over and did the left side, and look at, those are the only drops I got, and I'm super happy with that. I don't need any more on this one, but now I'm going to do this card as well. Well, people, when you're crafting, things don't always go perfectly, and look what happened here. I got a big glop on there, which I was trying to avoid. I am hoping that when it dries it looks okay. I'm just gonna leave it alone for a while to let it dry. I don't want to blow on it or dab on it with anything in the fear that it will spread. So really happy with this one, kind of this one, but the other thing is that this is a digital card. I could reprint it if I really hate it, but I'm willing to let it dry and just see what happens. If it dries just like it looks, I'd be okay with that. I just don't want it to get any wider and have a weird ring for spreading or anything, so I'll just wait and see what happens. All right, well, it's been a while and it still looks like this is not dry because it's sitting above the surface of the card there, and I don't want to disturb it still. So I'm just going to count this one as done because as long as it stays like that, I will keep it. So that's what it looks like when it's completed, and here's another one finished for New York. Thanks for watching.